go ahead and go first here. And this is an above average hand in a lot of matchups. I like this hand in control. It's not perfect, but I like it against control. I like it against aggro, and it's got some game against mid-range. Not perfect, but it can do things depending on our top deck. So I'm pretty happy to keep this. We are going to open with the Temple of Epiphany, and the reason is that I know I want to ditch any land, and the cards I want are about the same in every matchup. And I'm not necessarily going to have time to play that Temple for another turn or so, depending on what I see. So in this situation, Raise the Alarm is simply better than Dragon Fodder to hold. If he plays some sort of hasty threat, having Raise the Alarm is a big deal. And it's just not right to march out a Dragon Fodder there when we can potentially blow someone out. We didn't, but that's fine. And I'm actually going to be the aggressor in this matchup, incidentally. This is not something I would normally... We're just going to dump some fodder tokens. I'm drawing pretty poorly, which is rough. And I maybe could have considered holding the fodder tokens explicitly because... Oh, interesting. Explicitly because if I draw an Ascendancy, it would be nice to be able to do something with it. But I don't really have anything to do yet anyway. And I'm pretty happy to just take this trade and keep his board pretty clean. Yikes. Alright, well, now I'm going to march out a Soulfire Grandmaster. He's going to kill it, but that's really okay. That takes up some of his turn to do. And I get to cruise next turn, which is important. I'm playing from a bit behind right now, but it's not really the worst thing there is. I'm going to just take that damage. I'm at full. He's going to have to kill my Soulfire Grandmaster here. I'm not going to give him the 2-for-1 trade. That's not very... Well, I get that life back, so that's fine. I'm perfectly happy with this trade right here. Well, it was a little less good than I hoped, but mostly because I've just drawn a whole lot of lands. Let's see how many I've gone through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So almost half my lands. And that's not really a problem. It's going to do a lot of damage here, but he's going to basically use up his turn again next turn doing the same thing. And I'm just going to kill it. So that is going to cost him his turn, which I'm fine with. I need to draw an impact card, and it doesn't really matter what it is. That's probably worth keeping. Maybe I'm dead. I haven't drawn anything that did anything this game, which sucks, but I didn't really mess up to have it happen. It just happened. And I'm just going to keep drawing land, so yeah. Probably dead. There aren't many cards that would win me this game, even if he doesn't have his... Yeah, he's got it in hand. So yeah, I drew half my lands in my deck in my opening 17. There's not really anything I can do about that. Yeah, no impact. And that sucks, but maybe if we'd preserved our Soulfire Grandmaster, we could have won that. Not sure. Alright, let's think about what the correct plays are here. Probably the Circle Flames come in, anticipates go. I feel like you had to Rakdos lands, but it's probably just a filter. What do we run into? We ran into Zurgo, Lightning Strikes, run into Goblin Heel Cutter. I feel like Bramaz comes in for one of these. Probably both strokes go. And Negate's probably my last card. It could be Roast. But I don't mind Negate as a one-of. And it gives me kind of a miser's out to cards that I haven't seen or thought of yet. Wow. This is fine, and he had to mull too, so we're okay with this. It's not good, but it's what I got, so we'll take it. And hey, he didn't kill it this turn, so there's that. I don't know if that was the right play right there. It probably was a Soulfire Grandmaster, because if he leads here with a Rabblemaster, I'm actually in some trouble. That's okay, though. Of course he's got a removal for it, but... Oh, Titan Strength is not so bad, because I've got such big... Oh, he's... That's fine. Zurgo, and I don't know what. Do I simply take the damage now? No. I'm going to go for a strong play here. And I maybe should have just taken the Foundry Street last turn. I think that would have been wiser. Oh, God, that really hurts. Yeah, I should have just taken out the Foundry Street Denizen last turn. That was a mistake. That cost me 4 life, basically? Maybe more? I'm just gonna block. So now I can get him out of Tasty Blood range, which is the most important thing. I don't have to do anything else here. I do not have to win this turn. What could he top deck here? It doesn't really matter. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was pretty close. I could have played that a little bit differently. I'm not sure if the result would have been as good, so it's sort of tough to say. The main question is, do I do something like add a roast? And really with the amount of dash he has, I think that's unwise. I could change out... I maybe should have changed out that negate for the Disdainful Stroke, because it does hit the Heel Cutter, which is a card that he probably shouldn't be running against me, but is. We're going to lead with the Temple of Triumph here, I guess. I might need that card. It's probably too important not to keep. Is he going to Titan Strength it right now? Okay, that was good to know. Sort of tough to call. I don't think I want a second one right now. Pretty good draws I'm having here. I'm extremely happy with them all. And if he wants to Titan Strength, he can go crazy here. He might Titan Strength his regular Goblin, I don't know. Is that as good as 4 tokens? No, probably not. However, that's really good. Just gonna go ahead and take my damage now. Since my goal at this stage is to play Grandmaster and then immediately hit him with something, I should play an Ascendancy and save 1 white, since that beats a Scouring Sand. Oh. Yeah. Okay. That was a pretty easy game. The second set was probably the trickiest one. Managed to pull it off, so pretty happy with those results. Overall, it's a place you want to be, is where you can play a Soulfire Grandmaster with some gas in hand. Most red decks, especially ones not running a Tarkus command, don't really have any answer to that. And a lot of them are kind of forced to overreach knowing it's coming. Now, just keep in mind that people are starting to play Obelisk-based Tribal Goblins decks, and those require a very different sideboard plan, because you need to keep the Obelisk off the board. And that means you're running Negates and some other stuff, and Negates aren't bad, especially if they're running lots of Hordeling Outbursts and other things, but that's still a really tricky fight. And it's one of the reasons I'm considering changing out some of the Circles of Flames for Anger of the Gods, since that will at least clear out a set of Goblin tokens post-Obelisk. It's still not ideal, and it's maybe not good enough to really bank on, but yeah, I'm still kind of looking into that match. I've gone 1-1 against it so far, so anyway, that's that set. We'll wait for the next one.